Okay, this is my full OnlyFans Reddit marketing guide for creators and agencies, January 2025. This video will cover what to post, where to post to, captions, avoiding bans, and scaling. This is everything that I know about Reddit so far. This is what I'm doing to scale my operation going into the new year. Yeah. Before we get into any of that, though, I do want to address the misconception of Reddit being different to any social media platform. I think a lot of people used to run black ad operations with Reddit, having ads power, running 50 plus accounts, having post schedulers do everything. It doesn't really work like that anymore, unfortunately. You have to kind of treat Reddit like any other social media platform. They have a For You page the same way that TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter do, which is the best page, the best sort on the homepage. You also need to tailor content to mobile visitors, and you also need to behave like a mobile visitor, or you probably will get banned. These are kind of hard truths, which are quite annoying for scaling, as it's much easier to scale on anti-detect browsers than it is on mobile, but yeah. Okay. What to post? I like to think of it as tailoring the content to the subreddit and not the other way around. So find the subreddits first and then create the content, or get your creator to create the content for that subreddit, rather than trying to match a folder full of content to subreddits. It doesn't really work, because you're always going to be competing against people who are doing what I just said, and your post probably will flop. So yeah. What I do is I scrape top posts of this week, top posts of this month, that kind of thing on a subreddit, and I create content requests for the creators. They get a notification on their phone to recreate this with new variations, and then they go and do that, submit them, and then I post those. I mainly do top this month. I tend to find the best balance of non-outdated stuff with actually good content ideas. So yeah, I do that. Another thing to do is to just engage with your audience. So respond to comments as much as you can, for a couple of reasons. One, it keeps your CQS high. Two, it boosts you in the subreddit, and it also boosts you in the For You page. It also makes it easier for a viewer or for a follower to convert into a subscriber if they think that they've already got some sort of connection with you before going onto the platform, and they also tend to spend more. So you do get outsized returns from just responding to comments, so I would make an effort of doing that. Now, where to post to, the thing that I've learned that's been the most important is to stop focusing on the size of the subreddit and start focusing on how competitive it is. Because let's say you have a million subscriber subreddit with like 500 posts per day. The competition metric that I would use, which is subscribers to post per day, is 2,000. And let's say comparatively you have a 200,000 subscriber subreddit with 20 posts per day. It's 5 times less competitive than the other one. So you'll get more views, people will recognize you if you keep posting there more, which, if you think about it, seeing any other ad, you've probably never converted, or seeing an ad once. You've probably seen an ad 3 or 4 times and then bought the product or the service or whatever it is. It's the same thing here. So they'll recognize you, they'll engage with you more, they'll probably click through to your profile more. And also they're more likely to be engaged on those subreddits, in the sense that the subreddit quality is probably higher if there are less posts per day, that there's less junk and less Filipino written captions and shitty content and all that kind of thing. So all in all, it's better to focus on these subreddits than just bigger ones. Okay, on that point, getting verified is very important, because again, verification subreddits are going to be low competition subreddits. There's just a higher friction to post there, and people are lazy, so they just won't do it. They're also higher moderated, so higher quality content means more engaged user base. You want to build a roster of subreddits that you're currently posting to, ones that you want to test, ones that you want to get verified on, ones that you're banned on, and ones that you just can't post to for karma or age reasons, and just keep track of everything. I'll touch more on this later, but you just want to track absolutely everything when it comes to Reddit. The data-centric operations tend to do better from what I've seen, so just do that. Use Google Sheets, use Airtable, use whatever. You also want to post on your user subreddit at least once per day. I find it better to do it at the end of the day after you've done the other posts for the day. Reason being that your followers get notified for that post, and they tend to click on that post, click on your profile, and then upvote all your other posts that you did that day, which again boosts it on the subreddit and also boosts it on the For You page. So that's more outsized returns just from doing that one little simple thing. If you want to know how to find these subreddits, you can use something like this, which is just a list that I built of every NSFW subreddit that I could find. I got about 15,000. I scraped data like subscribers, selling and verification watermark I got from other lists. And then like average post per day, which I just got over a 1 month period. So what I do when I want to find new subreddits is I just come here, I filter out verification required subreddits and forbidden selling subreddits. Obviously this is dependent on your strategy. If you're using Cupid, let's say, and you don't have the link in there, then you don't have to filter these out. If you want to get verified, you don't have to filter these out, but you get the idea. And then I just come and sort by subscribers from highest to lowest, and I can just scroll through here, and then I can easily compare similar size subreddits. Let's say I pick, I don't know, these two. Same niche, or same body part, but this one is significantly lower competition than this one, even though that's exactly the same size, essentially, a couple hundred off. So I would much rather have my creator create content around this subreddit than this one. So yeah, if you do want this list, just send me a DM on Instagram. I'll link my Instagram below. I will add you to this. I'm not charging or anything like that. Yeah, just send me a DM and I'll add you as soon as I can. Okay, next thing is captions. Although you do want to bait where possible, bait for comments, the yes or no, would you this, would you that, always read the subreddit rules, because a lot of them just don't allow it, and it's not worth getting banned. And not being able to post on a subreddit that might be a big cash cow for you, getting unbanned or creating a new account is just a fucking mission. So just follow the rules, but do try and create engaging captions that incite or entice the viewer to leave comments, because that, again, it boosts you in the subreddit and on the For You page. You want to be realistic in your captions, because keep in mind you're marketing to mainly Americans and Europeans, Americans and Brits, and they tend to be educated, which means that they can see a discrepancy between Filipino and Nigerian written captions on Reddit, and then they come to the OnlyFans and you're pretending to be an English girl. Like, they're not dumb, they know. And if even if it's not a conscious thing, if they just subconsciously sense that it's not real, they're going to spend less. They just don't trust you as much. So be as realistic as you can. Either write the captions yourself if your VAs aren't very good, or get better VAs, or use AI to write the captions. I found funny captions to perform really well, so like puns and that kind of thing. Like if you have abs, or if your creator has abs, say absolutely delicious, or fucking something stupid like that. Reddit viewers do like that kind of thing. That you can do on ChatGPT, but if you want to write NSFW explicit captions, here's 2 uncensored language models that you can use for that. These both have APIs that you can use if you want to programmatically create these captions. Otherwise, you can just come and chat with them and get the captions manually. So just use a prompt like paraphrase the following caption, and then put in a top caption from any subreddit, and then generate it from there. This one is not free, but it pretty much is. It's dirt cheap. I do find this one to be slightly better. This one is completely free. So yeah, one is LumiMade, one is LZLV. The first one is on OpenRouter, and this one is on Deep Infra. So yeah. Okay, next, avoiding bans. This is probably the most important thing. You get exponential returns from just not having your account banned. So try and avoid bans as much as possible. Rather scale to more accounts posting less than less accounts posting more and risking bans. Put in the effort of getting more accounts, jailbreak phones, use app cloners, get more phones, do whatever. If you're on anti-detect browsers, just make more accounts, farm more accounts. It's just worth it. It's worth the extra effort of not losing a 10, 20, 30,000 follower account and having to start over, get re-verified, all that kind of thing. I wouldn't recommend any sort of suicide method or anything like that anymore. You don't really need to, because you can do a normal post, just a decent post with a decent caption on a big enough subreddit, and you can just get hot, just because of how many people are getting banned these days and how low competition Reddit is becoming because of the new security measures. You don't need to use upvote bots. You don't need to do black hat methods and that kind of thing. So yeah. Also keep in mind, if you do want to scale to more posts per account, just grow your account more, get higher karma, age the account more, and you'll be able to post more and not get banned. You'll see, just spending enough time doing research on Reddit, you'll see like 3 million karma accounts that can post 20 times a day and not get banned, you know, so do that. I myself, I went through probably in total 100 accounts just to figure out the main ways to not get banned, and pretty much just remove bans altogether from my operations. So I did put all of that into an SOP that I share with my team and that kind of thing. But I'm not going to gatekeep any information or anything like that. So if you do want that SOP, just again send me a DM on Instagram, and I will send you that SOP for not getting banned, for avoiding bans. Okay. Lastly is scaling. I like to scale wide in the sense of having, as I said before, multiple accounts and not horizontally on an individual account. Per account, I'll have one account themed for, let's say, SFW only, another one which is NSFW but non-explicit, another one which is NSFW explicit, another one which is cosplay non-explicit, another one which is cosplay explicit. You get the idea. Try and theme the accounts and like containerize everything. I've found a lot more engagement from audiences doing that, because let's say the guy likes cosplay and your account is posting everything, so 1 in every 10 or 15 posts is going to be cosplay, and he's not really going to relate, and it's like, you know, you could have converted him just by doing more of the stuff that he likes. The same way that, let's say you do a mix of SFW and NSFW on the same account, somebody's going to see your SFW post, they're going to click on it, and they're going to see full nudity, and they're going to be like, well, what the fuck? Why would I subscribe to the OnlyFans when I can just see it all here? So just be logical about things like that. Yep. As I mentioned earlier, you want to organize everything. Airtable, Google Sheets, whatever. I myself use Airtable. Got my content request system on Airtable, so my VAs will, during their posting shifts, they'll go and create a content request for the creator. They'll get a notification on their phone, they submit it, and it automatically gets assigned to a new subreddit with the caption automatically written. So that way I can hire retard VAs that don't know how to speak English, and they can still post high quality content, and everything is smooth sailing from there. Obviously that's a lot of effort to learn how to do that and build that. I'm more than willing to make a video on that. Just let me know if it's something that you want to see. Otherwise, just use Google Sheets and just track everything. Track the accounts, track the posts, track how many comments you're doing, how many regular posts you're doing, upvotes, views, that kind of thing. Just get VAs and stuff to fill out absolutely everything. Rather get more data than less. You'll thank yourself in the long run when you can look back and you can analyze, okay, well, this type of content did well, this type of caption did well, but this didn't, so drop this, stop wasting time on this, and only focus on this. You know, these 3 accounts that are dedicated to cosplay never do well. I might as well go delete everything and convert them to regular NSFW accounts and do better there, get more subreddits on, that kind of thing. I would recommend, obviously you may already know how to scale on anti-detect browsers and not get banned. I couldn't do that, so I just completely pivoted to mobile, and I've seen much more success from that. So I would recommend scaling on mobile. Yeah, if you want to scale on mobile, you're obviously going to want to have VAs doing the post for you, and you can't send them phones. So you can use something like Wormhole or Visor to get your VAs to remotely control phones. Those only really work for Android. Wormhole does kind of work for iOS, but it's really shit. If you do want to do iOS, I would recommend jailbreaking the phone first and then using something like CatVNC. That's really good for remotely controlling jailbroken iPhones. Also, sorry, this is ties back into organizing everything. CQS is incredibly important. If you don't know what CQS is, it's contributor quality score, and you want to keep it as high as you possibly can. You can find out what your accounts is just by posting on like this subreddit or something. There's a couple of them, and they'll tell you what your CQS is from there. The way that you keep CQS high is by doing more comments and just more comments on posts that aren't your own than you did post that day. So go on Ask Reddit, go on Pics, go on memes, go on any regular subreddit and just do a load of comments every single day. Keep your account organic and normal, make it look like a regular user doing interactions that just so happens to do NSFW stuff on the side. But it's not a spam OnlyFans promotion account because you will get banned. So you want to, when you're tracking and organizing everything, you also want to track how many comments per day that you're doing next to your post, and just make sure that you're doing more comments than posts. So that's everything. I tried to cover as much as I could, as quickly as I could. If you have any comments, let me know, or any questions, let me know in the comments. If you want the master list, like I said, if you want the anti-ban SOP, if you want a video on my Airtable system, on the content request system, the post scheduler system, then just send me DM on Instagram and I will send anything to you. The whole point of this video was to grow my Instagram, so yeah, everything's free.